Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss the present state of the world's climate, its future consequences, and the measures we can take to regulate and diminish them. What is climate change? Global warming. Climate change refers to the long-term alteration in Earth's climate, including changes in temperature, precipitation, wind patterns, and other measures of climate that occur over several decades or longer. The primary cause of climate change is the increase in greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide, in the Earth's atmosphere, primarily due to human activities like burning fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial processes. These gases trap heat from the sun, causing the Earth's temperature to rise, which can lead to a wide range of environmental and societal impacts, including rising sea levels, increased frequency and intensity of extreme weather events, and changes in ecosystems and wildlife habitats. Climate change is one of the most significant and pressing global challenges of our time and requires urgent action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate its impacts. Global warming is the long-term heating of the Earth's surface observed since the pre-industrial period, between 1850 and 1900, due to human activities, primarily fossil fuel burning, which increases heat-trapping greenhouse gas levels in Earth's atmosphere. This term is not interchangeable with the term climate change. The Earth's climate is in a constant state of flux, influenced by both natural and human-made factors. Currently, we are facing an alarming global climate situation with some of the most severe climate events ever recorded. One of the most pressing issues contributing to this situation is global warming. Due to human activities, greenhouse gas emissions, such as carbon dioxide, are accumulating in the atmosphere, causing a rise in global temperatures. As a result, we are experiencing more extreme and frequent weather events, including droughts, floods, heat waves, hurricanes, and wildfires, which have detrimental impacts on ecosystems, economies, and societies worldwide. Besides global warming, oceans are also facing significant changes, such as warming, acidification, and pollution, leading to the loss of marine biodiversity and the emergence of oceanic dead zones. Deforestation is another concern contributing to the global climate situation. Forests play a crucial role in regulating the Earth's climate by capturing and storing carbon dioxide. However, deforestation is depleting this natural carbon sink, resulting in more carbon dioxide accumulating in the atmosphere. If we continue with business as usual, the future consequences of climate change could be catastrophic. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, predicts that by the end of the century, global temperatures could rise by up to 3 degrees Celsius, causing irreversible harm to ecosystems and more severe weather events. Nevertheless, there is still hope, and we can take actions to regulate and diminish the impacts of climate change. One of the most effective ways is by reducing our carbon footprint by driving less, consuming less meat, and using renewable energy sources. Moreover, we can support conservation efforts of natural habitats and promote sustainable development. This includes preserving forests, adopting eco-friendly agriculture practices, and investing in clean energy technologies. The global mean temperature in 2023 is currently estimated to be about 1.15, 1.02 to 1.28 degrees Celsius above the 1850 to 1900 pre-industrial average. Pros and cons of climate change. Pros: the Earth's climate has always been changing, and some argue that the current warming trend is a natural occurrence. Warmer temperatures could lead to longer growing seasons, allowing farmers to produce more food. Some regions may benefit from a warmer climate, such as areas with harsh winters or low agricultural productivity. Cons: the warming trend is primarily caused by human activity, specifically the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation, which has led to a significant increase in greenhouse gas emissions. Global warming can result in many serious alterations to the environment, eventually impacting human health. It can also cause a rise in sea level, leading to the loss of coastal land, a change in precipitation patterns, increased risks of droughts and floods, and threats to biodiversity. The warming trend is leading to more frequent and severe weather events, such as droughts, floods, and hurricanes, which have devastating consequences for ecosystems, economies, and communities worldwide. The warming trend is leading to the loss of biodiversity, particularly in the world's oceans, which are becoming more acidic and polluted. Overall, the cons of the current global climate condition outweigh the pros. It is important that we take action to reduce our carbon footprint and mitigate the impacts of climate change to ensure a brighter future for ourselves and future generations. What reason for global climate changes? There are a variety of reasons why the Earth's climate is changing, but the most significant cause is human activity, specifically the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation, which has led to a significant increase in greenhouse gas emissions. Greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, trap heat in the Earth's atmosphere, leading to a warming trend. These gases are primarily released through the burning of fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, and gas, which are used to power vehicles, generate electricity, and heat homes and buildings. Deforestation is another significant contributor to climate change. Trees play a critical role in regulating the Earth's climate by absorbing and storing carbon dioxide, but when forests are cut down or burned, the stored carbon is released into the atmosphere, contributing to the warming trend. Other factors contributing to climate change include natural climate variability, such as changes in solar radiation and volcanic activity, as well as changes in land use, such as urbanization and agricultural practices. Overall, while there are natural factors that contribute to climate change, the overwhelming evidence points to human activity as the primary cause of the current warming trend. It is essential that we take action to reduce our carbon footprint and mitigate the impacts of climate change to ensure a sustainable future for ourselves and future generations. The impacts of climate change on both human and wildlife populations are a major concern for the future. Here are some of the potential effects. Human effects: more frequent and severe weather events, such as droughts, floods, and hurricanes, could cause significant damage to infrastructure, homes, and businesses, leading to economic losses and displacement of populations. Rising sea levels could result in the loss of coastal cities and displacement of millions of people. Heat waves and higher temperatures could lead to more heat-related illnesses and deaths, particularly among vulnerable populations such as the elderly, young, and those with pre-existing health conditions. Climate change could lead to food and water shortages, particularly in regions already experiencing water scarcity or poor agricultural productivity. Climate change is expected to exacerbate social and economic inequalities, with the poorest and most vulnerable populations being disproportionately affected. Wildlife effects: climate change is expected to lead to the loss of biodiversity, particularly in the world's oceans, which are becoming more acidic and polluted. Many species are at risk of extinction due to habitat loss and changing weather patterns. Wildlife populations may have to migrate or adapt to changing conditions, which could lead to competition for resources and conflicts with humans. The timing of seasonal events, such as flowering and migration, may become mismatched with the availability of resources, leading to disruptions in ecosystems and food webs. The loss of biodiversity could have significant impacts on human populations as well, as many important resources such as food, medicine, and materials are derived from natural ecosystems. Overall, the effects of climate change on both human and wildlife populations are significant and far-reaching. It is crucial that we take immediate action to reduce our carbon footprint and mitigate the impacts of climate change to ensure a sustainable future for ourselves and future generations. Climate change is a complex phenomenon with many mysterious and fascinating aspects that scientists are still trying to understand. Here are some interesting facts about it. The Earth's climate has always been in a state of flux due to various factors, but the current warming trend caused by human activity is unprecedented. The Arctic is warming at twice the rate of the rest of the planet, which is causing melting sea ice, rising sea levels, and disrupting ecosystems. Climate change is altering weather patterns and causing more frequent and severe weather events such as heat waves, droughts, floods, and hurricanes. Increased levels of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere are causing the ocean to become more acidic, which could have dire consequences for marine life and industries that rely on them. As glaciers and ice sheets melt, sea levels are rising, posing a threat to coastal cities and causing the displacement of millions of people. Many species are at risk of extinction due to habitat loss and changing weather patterns, which could have far-reaching impacts on ecosystems and human populations. Scientists are actively working to better understand the complexities of climate change, and it is crucial that we continue to support their efforts in order to mitigate its effects and ensure a sustainable future for ourselves and future generations. The history of global climate spans millions of years and has been driven by various factors such as solar radiation, volcanic activity, and the Earth's orbit. The Earth has gone through cycles of cooling and warming resulting in ice ages and interglacial periods over the last 2.6 million years, believed to be caused by changes in the Earth's orbit and tilt. The Holocene epoch, which started around 12,000 years ago, has been a relatively stable period for the Earth's climate until human activity began to affect it centuries ago. The most significant impact on the climate occurred during the Industrial Revolution when the burning of fossil fuels led to an unprecedented rise in atmospheric greenhouse gas concentrations. This increase has caused global climate change, which is resulting in more frequent and severe weather events, rising sea levels, and the loss of biodiversity. To mitigate the effects of climate change, it is crucial to reduce our carbon footprint and transition to cleaner, renewable energy sources. This includes decreasing our reliance on fossil fuels, investing in sustainable transportation and infrastructure, and increasing energy efficiency. Studying and learning about the impacts of climate change is essential to take effective action to reduce its effects. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video informative/helpful. If you did, please show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon.